The 12 laws of karma that can change your life forever. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success wherever they go, while others keep facing the same problems again and again? Is life just luck? Is everything already written? Or is there an invisible law silently shaping every moment of our lives? Thousands of years ago, ancient spiritual traditions spoke about a powerful force called karma. But karma is not simply about punishment or reward, it is much deeper than that. It is the invisible law that connects every thought, every word, and every action to the future we create. Whether you believe in spirituality or not, these timeless principles can completely change the way you think, work, love, and live. Today, we are going to explore the 12 laws of karma not as religious beliefs but as practical life lessons that can help you become wiser, happier, and more successful. By the end of this video, you may begin to see your own life from an entirely different perspective. Number 1, the great law: you harvest what you plant. Imagine standing in a field. If you plant mango seeds, can you expect apple trees to grow? Of course not. Life works exactly the same way. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is like planting a seed. Kindness plants peace, honesty plants trust, discipline plants success. But anger, hatred, laziness, and dishonesty also plant seeds, and eventually they grow into consequences. Many people blame luck, destiny, or other people for their circumstances. But often today's reality is simply the result of yesterday's choices. This law does not promise instant rewards or immediate punishment. Sometimes results take days, sometimes years, sometimes even longer, but every action leaves an imprint. If you want a better future, don't wait for better circumstances. Start planting better seeds today because tomorrow's harvest depends on today's actions. Number 2, the law of creation. Your life is not found, it is created. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity. They wait for the perfect job, the perfect time, the perfect relationship, or the perfect motivation. But life rarely rewards people who only wait. Think about a sculpture standing in front of a huge block of stone. To everyone else, it is just a rock, but the sculpture sees a masterpiece hidden inside it. Day after day, with patience and effort, every strike of the chisel slowly reveals the beautiful statue that was always possible. Your life is exactly like that block of stone. Every habit you build, every skill you learn, every book you read, every difficult conversation you choose to have, every courageous step you take removes another piece of the stone and shapes the person you are becoming. Too many people believe that successful people are simply lucky. What they don't see are the thousands of invisible choices made every single day. Success is usually created in silence long before the world notices it. If you want confidence, create it through practice. If you want knowledge, create it through learning. If you want peace, create it through your daily thoughts and actions. Your future is not waiting somewhere ahead of you. You are building it one decision at a time. So stop asking, when will my life change? Instead, ask yourself, what can I create today that my future self will thank me for? Because karma does not reward wishes, it rewards action. Number 3, the law of humility. Growth begins when your ego ends. Imagine trying to fill a cup that is already full. No matter how pure the water is, nothing more can enter. Our minds works the same way. When we believe we already know everything, when we refuse to admit our mistakes, or when our ego becomes louder than our curiosity, we stop growing. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it is thinking of yourself honestly. It is having the courage to say, I was wrong. It is being willing to learn from someone younger than you, poorer than you, or less educated than you. Many people fail not because they lack talent, but because they refuse to accept correction. They blame circumstances, criticize others, or make excuses, but excuses never create progress. Think about the strongest trees in a storm. They survive because they bend. The trees that refuse to bend often break. Life works in a similar way. The moment you accept your weakness, you gain the power to improve them. The moment you admit you don't know something, you open the door to learning. The moment you stop pretending to be perfect, you begin becoming better. Even the greatest scientists, athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders remain lifelong students. They know that success is not a destination where learning ends, it is a journey that demands constant humility. Karma teaches us that life cannot change what we refuse to acknowledge. If you want a better future, don't protect your ego, protect your ability to learn, because the person who stays humble never stops growing, and the person who never stops growing eventually reaches places that pride could never take them. Number 4, the law of growth. Change yourself and your world will change. Have you ever wished that someone else would change? Maybe your family, your friends, your boss, or even society itself. It is natural to think that our lives would become easier if other people behave differently, but the law of growth teaches something surprising. The only person you truly have the power to change is yourself. At first, this idea may sound disappointing, but in reality, it is incredibly freeing. Imagine standing in front of a mirror. No matter how hard you try, you can't change your reflection by touching the glass. If you want the reflection to change, you must change yourself first. Life is that mirror. When you become more patient, the world seems less frustrating. When you become more disciplined, opportunities begin to appear. When you become more grateful, you start noticing blessings that were always there. The world has not changed, you have. Many people spend years trying to control others. They argue, complain, criticize, and become frustrated because people refuse to behave the way they expect. But Karma reminds us that true power does not come from controlling others, it comes from mastering yourself. Every challenge you face is also an invitation to grow. Failure teaches resilience, pain teaches compassion, criticism teaches humility, success teaches responsibility. Nothing enters your life without the possibility of making you stronger if you choose to learn from it. The greatest transformation does not happen when your circumstances improve, it happens when your mindset improves. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Because every lesson you learn becomes a part of the person you are becoming, and when you change from within, your actions change, your habits change, your relationships change, and eventually your entire life changes. That is the true power of the law of growth. The world reflects who you are becoming, so never stop becoming better. Number 5, the law of responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. Many people spend their life searching for someone to blame. They blame their past, they blame their circumstances, they blame other people, they blame their bad luck. But the law of responsibility teaches a powerful truth. Your life becomes better when you take responsibility for it. Taking responsibility does not mean everything that happens to you is your fault. It means understanding that your response, your choices, and your attitude are always in your hands. Two people can face the same difficulty. One person sees it as the end of the road, another person sees it as a chance to become stronger. The situation is the same, but their response creates different futures. Imagine a farmer who receives a field full of dry soil. He can complain about the land, the weather, and his bad fortune, or he can prepare the soil, plant new seeds, and patiently work toward a better harvest. Life is that field. You may not control every situation that comes your way, but you control what you plant in that situation. Your habits create your future, your decisions create your direction, your mindset creates your experience. When you accept responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming the creator of your own journey. Successful people are not people who never face problems, they are people who refuse to surrender their power to problems. They ask, what can I learn from this? What can I improve? What step can I take now? Karma reminds us that every choice has an effect. The small decisions you make every day are quietly building the person you will become tomorrow. So don't waste your energy blaming the world. Use that energy to build yourself, because the moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment you take control of your future. Your past may explain you, but your choices today will define you. Number 6, the law of connection. Everything is connected. Have you ever noticed how one small action can create a huge change? A simple smile can brighten someone's entire day. A few encouraging words can give someone the courage to continue. The small act of kindness can create a chain of kindness that reaches many people. This is the power of connection. The law of connection teaches us that nothing in life exists completely alone. Every person, every action, and every moment is connected in some way. Think about a single drop of water falling into a lake. The drop may look small and insignificant, but it creates waves that move outward. Our actions are like those waves. A careless word can hurt someone and affect their confidence. A kind word can inspire someone and change their direction. A decision you make today can influence your future in ways you cannot even imagine. Sometimes we think our small efforts don't matter. Does my hard work really make a difference? Does my kindness really matter? Can one person create change? The answer is yes. Every great moment in history began with a single person taking a single step. Every successful person started with small daily actions. Every strong relationship was built through countless small moments of trust and care. The law of connection also reminds us that our past, present, and future are linked. The lessons you learned yesterday shape the person you are today. The choices you make today shape the person you will become tomorrow. Nothing is wasted. Every experience adds something to your journey. The struggles you faced may have built your strength. The mistakes you made may have given you wisdom. The challenges you overcame may prepare you to help someone else. So never underestimate your actions. You are always creating waves in the lives around you. Choose to create waves of kindness, knowledge, courage, and positivity, because even the smallest action, when connected with purpose, can create a powerful impact. Remember, you are not separate from the world, you are a part of it, and everything you do matters. Number 7, the law of focus. What you focus on, you strengthen. The human mind is one of the most powerful tools we have. Where you direct your attention determines what grows in your life. If you constantly focus on fear, problems, and failures, your mind becomes filled with negativity. But if you focus on learning, solutions, and possibilities, your mind begins searching for opportunities. This is the power of focus. Imagine a gardener who has two plants. One plant receives water and sunlight every day, the other one is ignored. Which plant will grow stronger? The answer is obvious. Our thoughts are like those plants. Whatever you repeatedly give your attention to will become stronger. If you focus on improving yourself, you build confidence. If you focus on your goals, you create progress. If you focus on gratitude, you discover more reasons to be thankful. But many people lose their energy by focusing on things they cannot control. They worry about other people's opinions. They compare their journey with someone else's. They spend hours thinking about past mistakes. But every moment spent focusing on what cannot be changed is a moment taken away from creating what can be changed. Successful people understand the value of focused energy. A person who tries to do everything at once often achieves very little, but a person who chooses one meaningful goal and gives it constant attention can create extraordinary results. Focus is not about ignoring problems, it is about choosing where your energy is most valuable. When a river flows in one direction, it can create power, but when water spreads everywhere, it loses its strength. Your attention works the same way. Protect your focus. Be careful about what you watch, what you listen to, and what thoughts you allow to stay in your mind because your attention is your life energy. The things you focus on today are creating the person you will become tomorrow. So ask yourself, am I giving my attention to things that help me grow or things that hold me back? Remember, your focus decides your direction decides your future. Number 8, the law of giving and hospitality. What you give returns to you. Life is not only about what we receive, it is also about what we give. Many people believe success comes from collecting more money, more attention, more achievements. But the deepest fulfillment often comes from the value we create for others. The law of giving teaches us that the energy we put into the world has a way of returning to us. If you spread kindness, kindness finds its way back. If you share knowledge, your own understanding grows deeper. If you offer support, you build stronger connections. Think about a candle. When one candle lights another candle, it does not lose its own flame. Instead, it creates more light. Human beings are the same. When you help someone learn, you don't lose your knowledge. When you encourage someone, you don't lose your strength. When you make someone happy, you don't reduce your own happiness. Giving creates abundance. But true giving is not only about material things. Sometimes the greatest gifts are invisible. A few minutes of listening to someone, a word of encouragement during someone's difficult time, sharing your experience to help another person avoid a mistake. These small actions can have a huge impact. The law of hospitality also teaches us to live according to the values we believe in. If you want respect, give respect. If you want honesty, practice honesty. If you want love, become someone who gives love. Your character is revealed not by what you say you believe, but by how you treat others when no one is watching. Number 9, the law of here and now. Your power exists in this moment. Many people are physically present in the present, but their minds are somewhere else. They are trapped in yesterday's mistakes or they are constantly worried about tomorrow's uncertainties. They miss the only moment they truly have, the present. The law of here and now teaches us that life can only be experienced in this moment. The past has already happened, it cannot be changed. The future has not arrived yet, it cannot be controlled completely. But this moment, this breath, this decision, this action is where your real power exists. Imagine a person trying to drive a car while constantly looking at the road behind them. They cannot move forward safely because their attention is stuck in the past. Life is similar. Learning from the past is wisdom, but living inside the past is a prison. Your mistakes do not define you forever. They are lessons that help you become wiser. Many people also lose their peace by worrying too much about the future. Planning for the future is important, working toward goals is important, but fear about things that have not happened can steal the happiness available today. The present moment is where change begins. If you want to improve your health, the action starts today. If you want to learn a skill, the practice starts today. If you want to become a better person, the transformation starts today. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Every great achievement is built through small actions repeated in the present. A person who learns to fully use the present moment gains a powerful advantage in life. They notice opportunities others miss, they enjoy experiences others ignore, they create progress instead of only dreaming about it. The past gave you experience, the future gives you hope, but the present gives you the opportunity to create. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you have right now. Remember, your past is a lesson, your future is a possibility, but your present is your power. Number 10, the law of change. Life changes when you change your patterns. Have you ever noticed that the same situations keep appearing in your life? The same mistakes, the same struggles, the same disappointments. Sometimes life repeats a lesson until we finally understand it. This is the message behind the law of change. Change is one of the only permanent things in life. Everything around us is constantly moving. Seasons change, people change, circumstances change. But many people try to create a new future while holding on to old habits. They want success but refuse to change their daily actions. They want better relationships but refuse to change their behavior. They want a different life but continue making the same choices. A new destination requires a new direction. Imagine driving on the wrong road. No matter how long you continue, you will not reach the place you want to go. The only solution is to change your direction. Life works the same way. Sometimes failure is not a sign that you should stop. Sometimes it is a message that you need to change your approach. Your challenges are not always obstacles, they can be teachers showing you what needs improvement. The person who learns from mistakes becomes wiser. The person who refuses to learn repeats the same cycle. Real change begins with awareness. You must first recognize your patterns. What thoughts are holding you back? What habits are limiting your growth? What choices are creating unwanted results? Once you understand these things, you can begin creating a different future. Change may feel uncomfortable because the familiar feels safe, but growth happens outside your comfort zone. A seed must break open before it becomes a tree. A caterpillar must transform before it becomes a butterfly. In the same way, you must let go of old version of yourself to become the person you are meant to be. Remember, life does not change because you wish for it to change. Life changes when we choose to change. The moment you change your thoughts, habits, and actions, you begin creating a new path because the future belongs to those who are willing to transform themselves. Number 11, the law of patience and reward. Great things take time. In a world where everyone wants instant results, patience has become a rare strength. People want success quickly, they want skills without practice, they want achievements without effort, they want rewards without the journey. But nature teaches us a different lesson. A tree does not become strong in one day, a river does not carve a mountain in one moment, a beautiful sunrise does not appear instantly, it arrives slowly after the darkness. Everything meaningful in life requires time. The law of patience and reward teaches us that consistent effort combined with patience eventually creates results. Many people quit too early because they cannot see progress immediately. A person learning a new language may practice for weeks and feel like they are not improving. A person building a dream may work for months without recognition. A person trying to change their life may struggle before seeing results, but growth is often happening silently before it becomes visible. Think about a farmer. After planting seeds, the farmer does not dig into the soil every day to check if the seed is growing. They trust the process, provide water and care, and wait for the right time. Success works the same way. Your daily efforts are like seeds. Your discipline is the water. Your patience is the trust that allows growth to happen. This does not mean sitting and waiting without action. True patience is active. It means continuing your work even when the results are not visible yet. It means believing that small steps repeated consistently can create extraordinary outcomes. Many successful people faced years of struggle before achieving recognition. Their secret was not that they never faced failure, their secret was that they continued even others gave up. Remember, a slow journey is still a journey, small progress is still progress. Every step forward is building something valuable. Do not compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20. Everyone has a different timeline. Keep learning, keep improving, keep moving forward because the rewards of patience often belong to those who refuse to quit. The seed does not become a tree overnight, but with time and care, it becomes something greater than anyone could imagine. Number 12, the law of significance and inspiration. Every action has value. Many people underestimate themselves. They think my actions are too small, my contribution does not matter. What difference can one person make? But the law of significance and inspiration teaches us a powerful truth. Every action carries meaning when it comes from a sincere heart. Imagine a giant building. People notice the beautiful design and the tall structure, but they often forget the small bricks that created it. Without those small bricks, the building would never exist. Life is the same. A small act of kindness, a few words of encouragement, a moment of patience, a simple decision to do the right thing. These things may seem insignificant, but they can create powerful changes. You may never know how your actions influence others. A teacher may never realize how one lesson changed a student's future. A friend may never realize how one encouraging message gave someone hope. A parent's sacrifice may inspire a child for an entire lifetime. The value of an action is not measured only by its size, it is measured by the intention, effort, and love behind it. Many people chase recognition, fame, and approval, but the greatest impact often comes from people who quietly do good without expecting anything in return. Your life is a message. Every choice you make tells a story. Every action you take leaves an impression. So don't wait until you become famous, wealthy, or powerful to make a difference. Start where you are, use what you have, help who you can. Because greatness is not always found in extraordinary moments, sometimes it is hidden inside ordinary actions done with extraordinary sincerity. Remember, you are a small part of this world, but your actions can create waves that reach far beyond you. Your journey matters, your efforts matter, your kindness matters. Never believe that you are too small to create a meaningful impact. Life is not just a collection of random events. Every thought you create, every word you speak, and every action you take is shaping the person you are becoming. The 12 laws of karma reminds us that we have the power to create change, not by controlling the world around us, but by transforming ourselves from within. Plant good seeds through your action. Stay humble enough to learn. Take responsibility for your choices. Focus your energy on what truly matters. Give kindness without expecting anything in return. Be patient with your energy and remember that even your smallest actions can create a meaningful impact. You may not see the results of your efforts immediately, but every positive choice is building a better future. So before you leave, ask yourself one powerful question. If every action I take today becomes a seed for my future, what kind of future am I planting? Think deeply about it. If this video gave you a new perspective, share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Echo English for more stories, wisdom, and lessons that help you improve your English while improving your life. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep becoming the best version of yourself.